Are you considering doing a short sale on your home? Check out this short video to find valuable information about short sales. Hey everybody, Barry here with the Lawful Channel. If you haven't figured it out yet, this is a great place to get short videos on the legal topics that affect our lives. If you have any questions or comments, please just put them down in the comment section below. And if you have any issues, please reach out to me. If I can't help you, I'll find someone who can. Today I'm in Skokie, Illinois, talking with real estate attorney Erica Minchella about short sales. Erica, thanks for getting together today.
I appreciate you having me, Barry.
There's been a lot of talk in the news about a recession coming. And when there's a recession, oftentimes people might lose their homes to foreclosure. So one of the alternatives to that is having a short sale. Erica, what is a short sale?
A short sale is where the property is sold for less than the liens against it. It can be short by just a mortgage, or it can be short by numerous liens that are against the property.
So the bank lets you sell the home, but they don't get paid back the full amount that they're owed? So why would they do that?
Well, it is generally more money in their hands than it would be if they had to go through a foreclosure. So if they go through a foreclosure, they have to pay all of the costs of the foreclosure. They have to correct any problems with the property before they put it on the market. They have to pay real estate taxes. So getting a short sale done in advance of completing a foreclosure is very often to the lender's advantage.
So why would the homeowner choose to do a short sale rather than a foreclosure?
It's really much better for your credit to not have a foreclosure on your record. It can be the difference between qualifying for a mortgage in 2 years if you do a short sale, as opposed to qualifying for a mortgage in 7 years if you allow the property to be foreclosed on. You may be able to get a mortgage in a shorter period of time with a foreclosure if you have cash, if you can find a hard money lender, but really the faster way of clearing up your credit is to do a short sale and not have the lender foreclose against you.
So even if you do a short sale, there's going to be some credit ramifications as a result. Are there alternatives to doing a short sale?
There certainly are. So when somebody comes to me and has indicated that they're having a problem with their real estate, my suggestion is to look at all of the options that they have. Short sales aren't always the option. You can do a deed in lieu of foreclosure, which is giving a deed back to the lender and not have them foreclose against the property, which then gives them the property. There's certain problems with that, of course. You can allow the foreclosure to proceed, defend it, and save your money and not pay a mortgage during the period of time that the foreclosure is moving forward. Or you can do a consent foreclosure, which is allowing the foreclosure to proceed, agreeing to the entry of an order, and not having any liability for any of the mortgage that's left unpaid after the foreclosure. Each one of these is something that you analyze as the attorney as the best option. You have to look at the tax ramifications. You have to look at your client's tolerance for any of the issues that are put before them. And you look at what the best option for the client is. Short sales are good options for people who want to do the best job of protecting their credit, but it's not the only option, and it's not the only choice that somebody should make based on their personal situation in terms of tax liability and personal liability.
So if someone decides that a short sale is something they might want to do, what are the next steps they should take?
I generally recommend that they talk to an attorney who knows what options there are. The best way to make a determination is to know what problems there might be from a short sale, as well as what opportunities there are by using a short sale. As I indicated before, there can be some tax implications, or there may be no tax implications. It really depends on the client's circumstances. Once they've talked to an attorney and determined the best course of action for their way of proceeding, they then need to find a real estate broker who understands how to present a property that's a short sale, because it's different presenting a short sale as a transaction than a conventional sale. You want to make sure you're working with a broker who knows how to keep the deal together, and just picking any broker because they're your friend or they advertise in your locale isn't the best way to decide how to list your property.
So if the short sale goes through, is the homeowner then off the hook for the balance of the mortgage, or what happens?
Generally, they are. There can be different ways that a short sale proceeds. For instance, there may be enough money in the sale to pay the first mortgage in full, but the second mortgage is going short. They won't be paid in full. Certain lenders just release the homeowner when they have a short sale because they know that the person is having financial problems, but there are some lenders who insist on getting paid whatever the balance of their mortgage was. We negotiate that. We do the best we can. Sometimes we simply have to agree to allow the mortgage to be released, and we'll deal with the debt later on. That can be the situation if one of the lenders is, not lenders, but lien holders is the IRS. So they may release the lien so that the property can get sold, but they don't release the debt. They will continue to pursue the homeowner unless they make a decision that there's just no money there to get. So it really depends on the circumstances, but for the most part, there will be no further obligation to the homeowner after they do a short sale.
So what are some of the possible scenarios when a short sale is approved versus when it's not approved?
So when a short sale is approved, we generally advise our client that they are going to need to expect to move within 30 to 45 days. The buyer needs to finish up getting their loan. That process takes about 30 to 45 days, and our client is going to need to move on. So we get them prepared for that. We're preparing for it throughout the short sale process, but now it becomes more imminent, and they have to be ready to move out of the property and leave it in broom clean condition, the same way as they would with a conventional sale. They're going to need to think about where they're going to be able to rent, what their credit is going to be like for a rental, what money they're going to need to put together for a rental.
So that's if the short sale is approved. But what happens if the short sale isn't approved?
Well, very often the foreclosure is pending along the same lines as the short sale. It continues to proceed forward. And if it's not approved, very often the foreclosure will complete. There'll be a sheriff's sale, and then we're advising the client as to when they're going to need to move out based on the foreclosure timelines and also what their possible liability is going to be.
Okay, so are there different tax implications from somebody doing a short sale?
Yes, there are a number of different tax implications. First of all, there was a statute in place called the Mortgage Debt Forgiveness Act, which for homeowners that were selling their own property forgave the debt that was forgiven by selling the property and not paying their mortgage. That expired December 31st of 2017, and it hasn't been renewed. So right now, homeowners who sell their property on a short sale might have tax liability for the debt that's forgiven from the mortgage. The way that you can be sure you don't have tax liability is if you're insolvent. If you've either declared bankruptcy and don't owe any money on the mortgage before you go into the short sale, or you're insolvent and don't have anything. But if you do have money in the bank or in a pension, you may have liability for the amount of debt that's forgiven in the short sale.
And is the Mortgage Debt Forgiveness Act, is that federal legislation?
That's
or is that
correct.
Illinois? Okay.
That's correct. It's federal.
Okay,
So,
I always like to be careful because we're in Illinois, and,
Right.
and
So
so that's a federal law.
people should be writing to their Congress people saying that that act should be put back in place. It's really an important right for homeowners who have to go through a short sale.
So why would somebody qualify, or more importantly, not qualify for a short sale?
Barry, I've got a great story for you on this. So I had clients who called me about getting a short sale. They had about $150,000 that they were not going to be able to pay the bank if they sold their property. We talked for about 20 minutes, and at the end of the 20 minutes they said, now will it be a problem that we have $500,000 in the bank from money I just inherited from my mother? And I went, yes, the bank will expect you to make up the difference between what you owe and what the property sells for, and they're not going to let you have $500,000 in the bank while they take a hit. So the qualifications are, if you can't afford to pay the mortgage and there's no other way to get it paid, they will consider you for a short sale. But if you can make up that difference, they expect you to.
Okay, well that was a lot of really valuable and in-depth content on short sales, so thank you for getting it together today.
You're welcome.
Now it's time for your take on the law. Did you try to do a short sale on your home? How did it work out for you? Tell us about it in the comment section below. Hey, thanks for checking out this short video on short sales. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to reach out to me. If I can't help you, I'll find someone who can. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel. Thanks.